This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday. Okay, so we got Chaz Williams. He passed on. 50 Cent and him had words back in the day, and this is a guy who used to manage Foxy. Was kind of involved with 50 in the beginning, and he's notable for a lot of other things. We'll go through that. Then we got R. Kelly. More details coming out on his federal indictment. Then we got Dave East and Goods getting together and making fun of Cassidy. But, the battle was the battle, and Cassidy looked crazy. But I think these are the last two people that should really be, making fun of Cassidy, after the battle. You know what I mean? On tape. I'll link it below, too, so you guys can enjoy it and critique it as I did. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button. I appreciate you guys so much. July's a spooky month. Am I wrong? It's feeling a little spooky out here, but it's okay. We'll get through it. I appreciate you guys, and make sure you smash the like button and all that good stuff, because that's what keeps us going. Okay, so 50 Cent. It says former manager Chaz Williams. He had some problems with BET. Well, 50 Cent. First Graph lets us know that he's passed on now. Chaz Williams was kind of like, gangster in New York. He robbed over 60 banks or something like that, and he's been on all kinds of crime shows. Then he turned his life around and got into music as a manager. Black Hand Entertainment. He actually founded Graph, and used to manage Foxy and some other stuff. He has passed on just of natural causes. Graph reacted to it and said, wasn't expecting to get this phone call this morning. Still trying to emotionally process this. We had so much unresolved things discussing with each other. I always thought we had time. I guess I was wrong. Never initiated the conversation. We always almost talked. I'm hurt. I had a lot to say. I always felt we had more like a father-son relationship than a business one. My pops died when I was 15, 16, so all the grown man-ish I learned from you. So many things I wanted to clear up with you. So many things I never got to say. I felt you were supposed to know. I didn't express emotion well. If you guys didn't know who Graph was, he was an artist that was kind of on the rise, early 2000s. And, he's still in the mix here and there, but he never really popped it felt like he was going to pop, 50 Cent once had problems with Chaz. He spoke that he was 50 Cent's manager in the beginning and was there for the Ja Rule problems and all that. That's what he said for the early Ja Rule problems before it erupted in that night in the studio. He said, I don't like these kind of dudes. This is what 50 Cent said. I'm from Southside now. For what reason would you have my name tied up in all this? You're an old MF, and you've been robbing trains since they were walking on dirt roads out this MF. You never managed me. You never was supposed to. You never managed to progress, Slim. I don't mess with you. I don't mess with snakes. Keep it gangsta. Keep my name out your mouth. We ain't made a dime together or a dollar. Stop all the sucker-ish. I have no problem with BET. See, this is right before 50 Cent got his BET deal. And it said 50 Cent's former manager sues BET. So that's what he was mad about. But, people were expecting him to say something bad about Chaz beyond that. And he's probably not, because they didn't really have a super big problem. He has real problems with other people that will never go away. Anyone that was involved in trying to take him down in the beginning, which there's plenty of that. Like Game's former manager and a bunch of other stuff. But anyways, rest in peace, man. Then next we got R. Kells. Okay, they uncovered 20 tapes. This guy is a savage. Also, R. Kelly's daughter reveals that she was considering taking her own life because of bullying. Okay, about her father. Man, that's really sad. She said, she got emotional about the whole thing on growing up hip hop. She said, I get that all the time. People don't realize how bad. Sorry, guys, she stopped to cry. And then she said, people don't realize how bad this hurts. It's like I didn't do anything. And then, I'm being trolled. It makes me feel really bad. You know what? It's true. They should leave her alone. It's not her fault. Her dad was a savage behind the closed doors. You know, it must be really bad being tied to someone that was doing so many things, you know. So I hope she can get through this. I know this is probably a hard time. And R. Kelly wasn't thinking of other people when he was doing all this stuff. It's kind of undeniable that he's done this stuff now. You can't really, like, turn the other cheek. This is probably just this. And you know what? They really want to take him down this time. So it's happening. He's in the feds. It's over. It says, according to reports, 20 tapes, you know what kind of tapes, of underage girls have surfaced. And they're calling it a federal trafficking now because of, it's in different states, so they had to tie it into a Fed case. The lawyer for Jocelyn Savage's family noted that the investigation being ran by the Northern District of Illinois reportedly uncovered 20 videos. As a result, the lawyer had no more videos provided to boost R. Kelly child porn. Oh, jeez. This guy's nasty, man. It's hard. It's almost like you don't want to believe it because, R. Kelly had such good music back in the day, but it's like, this is creepy, man. This is almost like the Jared Fogle guy. Of course, that guy was worse, but it's nasty out here, man. Let's see. ASAP Rocky's tour manager has hotel room raided by Swedish police. Wow, I just read that just now. Anyways, lastly, we got Goods and Cassidy. Okay, that battle was hilarious. Goods totally won that battle. Now, there's footage of Dave East and Goods reacting to it, and Dave East saying he's delusional and everything. Dave East is the last person that should be joking about this on camera. I mean, his career, his music isn't like, you were co-signed by Nas, bro. You got pushed by Def Jam. You can't be joking about someone else who had a actually successful rap career when you haven't even had one yet. I don't know how Dave East continues to maintain out here, but he does, I guess it's the modeling stuff he does and everything, but I don't get it, man. I don't not like Dave East, but it's just like, when you see somebody, that's like being fat and making fun of someone else being fat. That's my point. Dave East is talented. He just hasn't popped. In Goods, he's not the best. He's the same situation. He can't really have a rap career. He's great at battling, though. He did a great job. But I don't think they should be snapping on him on camera after. If you're going to do it off camera. Short Tale with JT News. I appreciate you guys so much. I just want to... you got to save your money, guys. So I hope you guys are implementing everything else that, I've been telling you. It's very important to learn how to save your money. I mean, I once had this problem myself, I always think of where I would be if I had, it's hard to focus. I'm just doing a little pep talk on this because I'm going to tell you some of the mistakes I made in this. When I was coming up in my 20s, right? There were plenty of times where I was holding more cash and I was more concerned about what people thought about me during some times, and I would, buy a car or buy finance something that I really couldn't afford at the time. I did that when I was 20, 25, 26. This is when I was doing like DVDs and stuff like that. And that kind of stuff kind of caught up with me because I eventually had a dry spell. And this is right before I did World Star. And then when I did World Star and started doing videos like all over the place, because World Star was global, and I was holding a lot more cash. I had endorsement deals and stuff. And I didn't buy property around that time, which I should have. I didn't place my money in the right investment. So it didn't grow like it should have. If I had put it in the right investments back then, and manage my spending. I was spending way too much money, I wish I had learned how to save my money a little better and not spent it on, things to impress people like clothes and designer stuff. I mean, granted, I got most of that money back because when you sell, luckily, I went through my Louis Vuitton phase like everybody else does at one point. And luckily, the bags I bought and everything, like the backpack and everything, they went up in price afterwards. So I was able to sell it for the same amount I bought it for years later. Same with the Rolex. You know, that kind of stuff doesn't matter. What matters is your financial stability. So you should be making your money work for you instead of you working for the companies that are selling you things like Louis Vuitton and everything. So, and also my food, you know, just simple things like that. You can easily go throughout your day and spend $50, $60 eating out. Not even thinking about it. Starbucks, you know, a bagel over here. Then you go there, you know, learn how to like buy certain things to eat at home. I saved a lot of money starting to go to Costco, and then I started saving my money a lot more. Like I told you, make a ledger, see what you spend over the course of a month, and then look where you can save, consolidate. Groceries, eating out, those are the big ones. Another big one is utilities that are, you know, like extra stuff with, consolidate your utilities as far as cell phone. Try to, you know, always get on the phone with the cell phone company and negotiate your bill. Your Comcast, you know, like the cable bill. Insurance for your car. A car note. You don't need a high car note. Don't get a car just to impress people. It's more important to have your money work for you and grow for you with, you know, investing it either in, you know, REITs, which is like, you know, real estate investments. These are safer things to get into. You can go to, but the easiest thing to do is go to Fidelity and ask them safe ways to invest your money. You know, CDs, which is cash deposits, where you're basically loaning your money out for a year and you get back 2%, 3%. REITs will pay a little higher. They're real estate investments, but they're a little riskier. You got savings accounts that pay 2% now. That's wow. Yeah, you know, we just want to get enough money to get a down payment to maybe buy something one day, or, you know, or just keep your money invested. Index funds with Fidelity or Charles Schwab or something, where you're making a consistent 2 to 3% on your money. Anyways, guys, be wary of what you're spending. That's what I'm going to stress for a little while before we get into like more aggressive stuff. Anyways, guys, this is Jordan Tower with JT News, and I'll check you guys in the next one.